YouTube, we back with another tutorial, and today we're going to do a nice and clean mid taper, and we're going to keep that C cup on there. So every haircut, I always like to start out with the prep work. The prep is important because this is basically setting our baseline and our foundation for the haircut. I like to break every haircut down into 4 separate phases, which most haircuts would typically consist of the prepping, the fading, the lining, and then the detail work. So for him, since he's a waver, what our prepping looks like is combing through the hair and lifting the hair up off the scalp, getting an understanding of, after we do our consultation, what that client is looking for and how can we best achieve that. So he wants to go wavelength and keep it dark, and I know for his hair texture we probably should do it 1.5. So we're cutting him down with 1.5. We're starting at the crown area and we're working our way around the head. This is because the crown typically consists of different swirls and growth patterns to where if you don't pay attention in those areas, you could easily patch it. So I want to take my time in those areas and then just work my way around the head. And it's okay to go over certain sections of the hair as many times as you want to, just to make sure everything is being taken down to the desired length and everything is clean. Always comb and remove that excess hair. And you see, I'm not always just going straight from the crown out because the hair doesn't grow like that everywhere. You have to adjust to the growth pattern of the hair to cut it evenly. So now that we took it down to desired length, I'm just going to go around and set in my guidelines. These are just my initial guidelines. And what I'm doing for the sides is I'm going from the top part of the ear to the edge of the eyebrow. And then for that beard, I like to keep it high unless they ask they want it faded lower. So I'm going about an inch below where I have that top guideline at. And for the back neck taper, I'm just leaving room to make sure I have efficient surface area to leave a nice gradient fade at the bottom and not go too high up into his waves. So the last part of prep is just getting the lineup prepared when it's come time to execute the lineup. So all I'm doing is I'm taking sea breeze, or you can take any astringent you want. You might use alcohol. All this is getting rid of the excess oil in the lineup area. So to start out our taper, I like to start lever open, and this is going to create our first panel and our only panel. And we're going to blend that top line. We're just going to blend the two of those. So right now I have the lever closed fully, and I'm only flicking that bottom line halfway in to that panel, and then I open it up halfway, and I'm not going all the way to the top of that guideline, but I'm going right up underneath. It might appear as if I'm going up right up on it, but I'm actually just flicking right up underneath it because I don't want to actually create that top guideline with the lever open. I don't want to make that the halfway open. And for the beard, I do the same thing and just reverse. I work my way back up towards that initial guideline. And what I mean by, so right now what we have put the lever open, that was a panel, and the top bulk is the 1.5 guard. So now all we have to do is blend that top bulk down to that panel. So I like to use 2 guards. I like to use the 1.5 guard and the half guard. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to slowly debulk that top 1.5 down to that panel with the lever open. So as we have our lever fully open with the 1.5, we're going to go up into that bulk. But every time we close our lever halfway, then close, we're going to go a little bit lower into that taper. So watch Watch what I mean right here. Right now we're halfway open. So we're going to work our way a little less high as we did when we had the lever fully open. And now we're closed. So we're going to go even more lower than that. And all we're doing is creating a transition. We're creating a transition from dark to light. We don't want to see any lines or anything like that. So you want to be smooth with your fading strokes. If you see what I mean here, I'm naturally flicking my clipper in a faded out motion. I'm not being choppy, but I'm naturally creating a transition already with the way I'm already cutting the hair. Because you can watch a video of someone actually freehanding a taper with no guards at all. And that's because they're using the proper pressure and they're using the proper tilt to be able to maximize the fading area they have with one tool. So we're kind of doing that, but to make it even more dummy proof, I should say, is just using our 1.5 and our half guard. And you can see how using those two guards alone will give us a nice transition. And it's okay if you see something to just clean it up right quick. But like I say, we do detail work at the end. So don't spend extensive time trying to make it perfect first go around. And so for the back, I have it sped up in 2 times speed. So if you need to slow it down, go ahead and slow it down. But I'm doing the exact same steps that I did on the side. See, as I have that lever fully open, I'm going a little higher. And then as I close it, I'm going a little lower. And every now and again, you see me go back with the grain. That's just to always smooth everything down. Take note of how much I'm combing the hair back to its natural state after I fade it. Right quick, also, I want to give a shout out to all you guys for tapping in each and every week to the channel. It's been growing and I'm appreciative of it because I felt like sometimes people just make barbering way more complicated than it needs to be. And I want to find those people who are looking to learn this craft, but keep it simple and not get overcomplicated and all those things. So if I'm giving value, leave a like and a comment, bro, and I appreciate it. Also, we're approaching 1K subscribers, and I want to do a giveaway. I've been thinking on some ways. It's a lot of tools out that I can bless the up-and-coming barber with and just help them out in their journey. So if you guys have any ideas of how we should do the giveaway, leave a comment. If not, I might touch on it in the next video if I come up with something better. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. And the next phase we're moving into is the lineup phase. And since we already have the trimmer in our hand, we're just going around and getting any frizz we may see that's just protruding and, just sticking out. And the main thing I want you to take note of is how I always try to keep the line as full as possible. I don't want to try to dig in too much because this causes new growth and it actually makes your haircuts not last as long. Now, granted, you might want to try to get as sharp as possible and get that line as crispy as possible, and you might feel like you need to dig in, but that's actually going to compromise the longevity of the haircuts that you're doing. For you guys that struggle trying to get around the ear, always use the ergonomics of the tool that you're using. So the clippers are shaped certain reasons for our benefit. So all we need to do is kind of turn that trimmer to the side a little bit and work it like maybe a pencil or something, and just naturally put the corner edge and use only that part. And just slowly but surely use the ergonomics to wrap your wrist around the ear. And you'll see what I mean better on this side. So here, I'm using that left corner of that blade kind of like a pencil, and I'm letting my wrist flow around that shape of the ear. So I'm really not overworking myself. It's naturally helping me go around the ear. You always want to make sure that you're getting those little hairs that want to stick out every time you comb through the hair. This is how your lineups will last as well. So moving on to the front, we're going to start in the middle, and we're going to work our way from this first guideline to each corner. And his left side is a little bit higher, so we're gonna work towards that direction first, or towards that corner, I'm sorry. And one thing I'm doing when you guys see me stop like that is I'm visually checking my mirror. You might look at the lineup or your guideline and think that it's perfect, but that mirror gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes that's why it's good to step back and look at stuff or look in your mirror, because our eyes just need to reset sometimes. We'll be focused on the area so much that we might think it's good, but we're actually missing something. And I'm just taking my time and walking it to the corner. And here, same thing. I'm trying to keep it at its outermost edge as possible so the cut can have longevity. I'm just taking my time here. And I know some of you guys might not be aware, but that is a pencil that's on my glove. So I just tap it every now and again to help me see my lines better. But also, I've noticed that when you use that pencil trick, it helps grab those hairs better. Those hairs that when you try to tap and it just keeps moving every time you try to tap. That's why it's important to prep. But also that pencil, it will help with that. So if sometimes you see yourself trying to chase those little fray hairs that keep sticking out every time you try to line it up, try that pencil, and that might help you. And And just take note of how many different things I'm referencing as I do my lineup. I'm referencing that top line for my C cup because I want everything to be uniform. And it's slowly but surely just coming together. And then I'm using the comb trick to measure the length of those vertical bars so I can just match it up the same way on the other side. And now we're putting on some enhancements just to add some pop to the cut. And I only want to spray the lines that I already created. I don't want to add anything new or try to not fill anything in, but add a new line that I didn't really already have. And always notice how I'm misting past that line. I'm not spraying it directly just on that line. I want to spray it at an angle so it taps that outer edge, but also breezes past it so it can all appear the same. I don't just want the very front of that line to be super black. And this 2-card trick, I find it super helpful for people who use C cups, because sometimes when you just use that curvature stencil or whatever you want to call it, you can overspray the enhancement onto the skin accidentally. So using that 2-card trick will definitely help avoid that. And so we're just going to spray some holding spray. Well, we sprayed some holding spray and we're just locking everything back in. And we're going to come through with a razor and just get it super sharp. That's very clean. Cut can never be too sharp, man. So after this, we're just cleaning it up, sharpening it up with the razor, getting rid of those small stubble hairs. A razor is not just for the aesthetic. Some people might think that. It actually does add a couple days longevity to the haircut, because the clipper or the trimmer obviously isn't as sharp as the razor. Always stretch the skin and glide that razor at a 30-degree angle so you're not nicking the client. And I'll be honest, I'll critique myself here. I feel like I could have did better on blending that beard in. His beard got pushed down. I don't remember if he said he was lining it up or something, but I wanted to make sure I kept it back full as possible. But I could have did a better job at blending it into that lightness. But YouTube, that's the cut basically. Now we're just going through and doing the detail work. But if you're still here, you're still tuning in, I appreciate you. We make simple, efficient haircut tutorials over here. And if that's something you're looking for, if you don't want to feel like you're watching a video about rocket science or something when you're watching a haircut tutorial, hit the subscribe button. And we'll be dropping every Sunday, so stay tuned. I appreciate all you guys.